Hey, what's going on, guys? Sinister Skater here, and welcome to First Try Fridays, episode number 9. This is a series I do every single Friday on my channel where you guys leave a comment of any Call of Duty Ghost class you'd like to see me use in a game down below in the comment, and then I randomly go in and pick one of the classes and use it in my very first game of Call of Duty Ghost for the day, and then I upload and commentate the gameplay no matter if it's a good gameplay or bad gameplay. It goes up no matter what. So this week, the class was suggested by Thomas Belello, who wanted me to use the TAC-12 shotgun with the slug rounds attachment, as well as double 9-bangs and double canister bombs with the perks extra lethal, extra tactical, stalker, and then whatever else I wanted to use. And the perks I picked were ready up and focus, and I went 25 and 16 playing some free-for-all on Octane, came up in the 3rd place at the end. And this TAC-12 is a pretty bad gun. If you guys weren't in last week's First Try Fridays, I asked for some kind of bad classes to use in this week's gameplay to kind of like challenge myself and kind of set up for today's video topic. I was using the TAC-12. I didn't do too bad in this gameplay particularly with it, but after this I actually used it some more and got more because I never used it in this game before. I thought it was like the KSG, but it's not. It has no range whatsoever, even when you put the slug around, which makes it like it gives it more damage and stuff. I haven't used it without the slug round with the regular spray. I really don't even want to try using it like that. But it had no range at all. I was getting point-blank hit markers one game in Whiteout. I believe it was like Domination and Whiteout. I don't know why I remember that exactly. But I was getting like point-blank hit markers, and it was just a bad gun, and I didn't like it at all. Which is today's commentary topic of the day, of the week, of First Try Fridays, whatever you want to freaking call it. I want to talk about the top 5 to be exact, worst guns in Call of Duty history. Now, I came up with a list, and you guys can feel free to add on to my list, to agree with my list, do whatever. Make your own top 5 list down below in the comments, or do whatever you want. But I'm going to go ahead and give you my top 5 of the worst Call of Duty guns in Call of Duty history. And these aren't in any particular order. I had like a list of 12 guns I made overall that just I hated playing or using before. I narrowed it down to about 5. So first off, we're going to start off with the Scorpion from Call of Duty Black Ops, the first Black Ops. This was an SMG with very low clip size and a very like slow fire rate for an SMG. To be honest, actually, a lot of the SMGs in Black Ops really kind of sucked. The Mac 11 was but you had that freaking the Kipperus, which was really weird. You had the PM63, and then this Scorpion, which the Scorpion, I mean, if you played Black Ops, that was one of the absolute worst guns in that game. So that's my opinion. Another gun that I thought was absolutely, I just say like, I was like Fruit Loops and absolutely horrible was the F2000 from MW2. Dude, this gun had it had a really, really high fire rate, which was cool, but it also had low damage, so it took a lot of shots to actually kill someone, and then the freaking recoil on this gun was insane. You shot it and it's just like, it's like someone came up from under you and kicked your gun straight up in the air. It just went straight up. And the recoil, it was insanely hard to use. That gun sucked. Number 3 in this little list is the Executioner from Black Ops 2. This was a sidearm, yes, but usually sidearms in Call of Duty, you can go ahead and like use them and actually do fairly decent. I've seen people use like from Black Ops 2 TAC-45, you know, they're getting what was the thing in Black Ops 2? Nuclears and stuff, they're doing well with that. I know I've done well with pistols before, but this Executioner you could rarely do well on. It sucked by itself. It pretty much was mandatory that you had to have long barrel on it to do decent at all, and pretty much had to run up and get up close. But if you just use it bare with nothing on it, you're going to have a hard time shooting people. You only got 6 shots, and it took like probably 3 if you're at like a medium-ish range, like in a room. It was just a really bad gun overall. I mean, yes, you could modify things to make it like semi-decent and challenge yourself to use it, but that gun sucked. Let's just put it at that. Next on the list is the PM9 from MW3. Whoa, my mic almost just fell. This was another SMG, sort of like the CBMJS, or however, something similar to that in Call of Duty Ghost. SMG, it's kind of like a one-handed thing, but this thing was freaking all over the place, had a weird rate of fire, and it was just a really hard gun to use. It pretty much, the recoil just made it impossible to move, because it would like kick from one side to the other and go up and down. It was just all over the place. Really hard gun. And then finally, we have the Riot Shield, which hands down is a pretty bad weapon to use. No one is gonna go and use the riot shield and get a freaking nuclear. I wonder if anyone ever did get like a nuclear or a nuke or a mob with the riot shield. That'd be pretty impressive. I'm gonna look that up actually right after I make this. But riot shield, you know, you pretty much just use it for distractions and to have fun. It's not a good weapon. No one uses it to do well. It's in a lot of Call of Duty games and it's just bad. We'll put it at that. So that's my list. Let me know if you guys agree with it or whatnot down below in the comments. Feel free to share everything. And if you guys like this kind of stuff, I was actually thinking of doing kind of like a little mini series, like how I did like a how to improve your Call of Duty game last year's first Try Fridays and Black Ops 2. I'm kind of thinking of doing some throwback like top maps, worst maps, best blah 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 and stuff in Call of Duty. So let me know if you guys want more stuff like this or not. And make sure you leave a comment for next week's First Try Fridays down below right now if you haven't already. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Sinister Skater, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.